So, for anybody who's actually questioning and wondering the truth about the Bible, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of inspiration on this brand new spiel. So, if you think about it, this man claims to be the father of all things. There's a lot of different ways that you can actually participate in believing that. That would mean that, he birthed the world, he birthed spiders, he birthed birds and everything else of the sort, and then he also made humans. But also, at the same time, he claims that he created everything. So that means whenever, the angels and the demons both mixed and they created Nephilims, that he was also the creator of them. So, he then had these Nephilims destroyed or something of the sort, locked away. I don't remember 100% fully. I just know there's a lot of stories saying that, yes, they were all persecuted and hunted. And the worst part about that is, that's something that he's made. Now, this all-omnipotent being who claims to be everywhere at one time, and the person who is meant to father you, was not there for you whenever you participated in your first sin. Because I can tell you this for a fact. I'm coming from a broken family. So, whenever you think about how my family has to go, that means whenever my grandma gets up to the gates of heaven, she has to make a choice whether, my side of the family is going to live or the other side of the family is going to get to live. So then that makes a split down the middle. It's like, alright, so you're already making a fucking choice. So my choices don't even get to fucking work if somebody else picks something different. And this is kind of the whole pattern that's been going on, which kind of breaks us into kind of like a basketball division. And the children generation, which we are, pretty much just the same as Nephilims, were condemned and punished for things that our parents did. And the only way we can avoid this is if we don't commit the type of same sins that our parents committed, which is then making even more broken homes and everything else of the sort. So, let's just recap. This Father of all says he made all things. All things are loved, but all things are hated. Because he sends them down to hell. Well, how can he punish us with hell if he was not there to teach us? So who's truly being punished in hell? Because it seems to me like it's not really punishment. It's just somebody enjoying torturing somebody for no reason. I'm a very controversial person about the Bible. I'm probably not the person you want to talk to about the Bible, because I will tell you the truth about the Bible that's going to break your goddamn mind. You're going to be like, whoa, where did you get all this knowledge and logic from? And it's like, I'm not stupid. I don't go with the flow. I don't go with, the same thing that everybody else goes by. My name is Niles, Cephas, Dakota, whatever you want to call me. And Niles River is the only river that ran back. 7 churches are said to die in the Bible, and the 8th church does not go with God. 7 churches die. So let me just be honest there for a second. Knowingly, he's persecuted and condemned people for him being the ones who created them. He created all sin that you were ever going to walk through. So therefore, for you to be punished by that sin, you have to have hit a level of consciousness whenever you take responsibility for your actions. Which means, usually by the time you hit an adult, I would say about the age 21 is whenever you really, really start to think a whole lot more about all the sins you committed. You're like, wow, all this fucked up shit that I did. And then you hit this new level of consciousness where you're now an adult. And so once you become an adult, everything you do after that point is your own affliction. It's going to be what you for yourself put yourself in for your own hells, which is the only way you can wipe away all the past problems of being a child, and recognize that the one who was supposed to father us did not father us. But by the age of 21, you should have a pretty general direction of what's good, what's wrong and bad. You should know what's right and good and what's wrong and bad. So let's just be honest here for a second. Any of y'all who believe in the Bible, you need to start reading a little bit more deeper context into it, because we live in a scary time right now, especially if you're the half-breed children, just like me. If you're somebody who's in the halfway home, you're both at the gates of hell and heaven at the same time, and you're chopped in half. Half of you goes to hell, half of you goes to heaven. There's no way they can avoid it, unless you for yourself has locked your way out of heaven for the longest time, based on the own sins that you committed. So, let's just be honest about this for a second. I'm highly religious, and I'm doing exactly what I'm told, which is to bring truth to all of you. So I hope that you enjoyed this little 5-minute video that I'm giving you, and I hope it really helps out. If not, feel free to send me any sort of information that you have, questions, comments, concerns, and I will do everything I can to get back to them. Thank you. Peace.